Let's talk about that first. Because I'm hearing people say, Mike, what they say, this was rigged, and yeah, I saw the contracts, and the contracts said that they weren't allowed to really hit each other. You know what that sounds like to me? That sounds like when there was a rumor going around that Sierra was a man, but there was no proof. It was just, oh yeah, I heard that Sierra was a man. Like, well, where'd you hear it from? Where's the evidence? Yeah, there was a video or there's a picture going around the internet that shows like come on, fam. So I'll believe that when I see it, but truth be told, I don't believe it. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't believe it. This is what I think happened, because people will say, oh, why didn't Mike, in the training montage and the training videos, Mike looked great, and he did. How come he didn't fight like that in the ring or during the match, right? And here's what I think happened. You got to look at Mike Tyson, right? By all intents and purposes, Mike ain't supposed to be here. Mike was supposed to die a long time ago, due to either his upbringing in Brownsville or just later in life, he goes to jail, or later in life, like he's wilding, right? He's just lived a crazy life. And, he credits boxing with saving him from the streets, the discipline of it, the structure of it, his trainer Customato providing mentorship for him. I believe he started boxing when he was 14, 15, something like that. I'm not sure. If you're in here, please like this video. I would appreciate it. It would help out a ton. And so from that, he becomes heavyweight champion of the world at 20 years old, youngest heavyweight champion of all time. And so when you hear Mike talk, he has a very special and intimate relationship with boxing. He loves boxing more than anything else, right? He can talk about it, he nerds out about it, same way we do with our thing, right? Boxing is his thing. So you got to think about it. The last time we saw Mike was 2005, something like that, 2005. And he looked bad, and he lost to some like sloppy white dude, and it just wasn't good. It wasn't good. And I think in his mind, he hung it up. And then the 2020 fight with Roy Jones happens. Appreciate y'all for liking this video. The fight with Roy Jones happens, and I think that he's like, yo, I kind of still got it, right? You remember the fight? Like Mike was after the fight was over, Mike was chilling. Post fight interview. The interview is right here. Mike is here, and Roy Jones is over here. Mike is chilling. Y'all would love to do this again. Roy Jones is like moving around like a fiend because he's like in pain. Hey, Mike, would you do this again? Or, hey, Roy, would you do this again? Oh, no, I got to talk to my family, my trainers. That means no. That means absolutely not. And so fast forward to now, he gets an opportunity to fight, and not only fight, but like be a spectacle. And I don't mean this in like a dance monkey sort of way, even though I see people on the internet turning it into that. I don't necessarily think that was the case. And then additionally, the fight was supposed to happen 8 months ago, right? He almost died. Or at least he was like super dummy sick. And it took him a while to like be nursed back to health. So when you have this like medical scare and you go from getting ready to, to fight to not knowing if you're going to be alive. Yeah. That's kind of scary. So you have this opportunity to be a spectacle, like in your heyday. You know what I'm saying? This is Al Bundy at Polk High. You know what I'm saying? Like, as I get older, I definitely talk to my older kids about like, yo, how I used to be. Like, man, when I was this high, da 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 da, and I like get into my reminisce bag. But it's like, truth be told, I can't do that anymore. I'm older. My body ain't the same. Things are just different now. And that's okay. But Mike gets to live out his old life for one more night. And he gets to make a nice chunk of change at the same time. He's in Jerry's World, 72,000 people. And first of all, the entrances. Let me credit Jake Paul for walking out to Phil Collins in the Air Tonight. That was fire. That was fire. That was really dope. I didn't like him on the car, but whatever. Him walking out to In the Air Tonight was fire. It was really dope. And then on the flip, Mike comes out and Mike walks out to Murdergram. Mike walks out to Jay-Z, Ja Rule, and DMX, a mixtape record from 1997. It was on the Streets is Watching soundtrack. It was originally a DJ Clue freestyle that they ended up converting into an actual song. They re-recorded their verses. It gets put on the Streets is Watching soundtrack, which was a straight to video movie that Jay-Z and Rockefeller put out around the time of In My Lifetime Volume 1. It's the end of 97, early 98. And then there's this group, Murder Inc. The three of them are going to, make music and put out an album together. And for teenage me, Murder Inc. is like, oh my God, it's the big three. This is Wade, Braun, and Bosch. You know what I'm saying? This is incredible. It never happens, of course, unfortunately, right? But so Mike walks to the ring, and I think Mike got overtaken by the moment, as anybody would have. Mike is, again, not expecting to be in this place ever again, but now he's walking out to 72,000 people and 160 million people watching at home on Netflix. And I'll get to that in a second. And so he comes out, and when you have that experience, dog, like, it's adrenaline. It's adrenaline. You hype, your heart pumping fast, you're sweating, you're nervous, you're excited. You guys know that takes up a lot of like physical energy. You know what I'm saying? That you don't have when you're training and doing these training montages. Let me also add in the fact that these training montages, they go hard intentionally because they're trying to sell the fight. What many of y'all say is rigged is actually just great marketing and storytelling. Kudos to Jake Paul and his promotional company for doing that. And that's another thing, man. Like, yo, these white folks know how to get to a bag. They know how to legitimize something. Like, we just do stuff for the culture of it, but like they'll take it and turn it into a business and monetize it in a heartbeat. And that's good and bad. It's good because we should be doing that. The opportunity is there to do that, but it's bad because then hip hop, the people who create the business don't necessarily care about the culture of it. They just want whatever makes the business money. Whatever puts me in the black, that's what I'm going to show. So there's no checks and balances for authenticity. You know what I'm saying? That's another conversation though. So Mike comes out to the ring and Mike is exhausted. So in the first round, Mike is like, ding, ding, ding. And he's moving, right? And he's biting his glove, right? And he's doing his thing. And he throws a couple punches. And I really do believe that by the middle of the second round, the adrenaline just tired Mike out. I think he was done after that. He was done after that. And then from there, you know, you could see it in his legs. Like he just looked, he had a knee brace. He's sick. He just got, you know what I'm saying? 8 months ago, this, that, and the third. Like there's just a combination of things. I don't think that rigged was on that list of reasons why Mike Tyson wasn't Mike Tyson. Because truth be told, Mike Tyson was 58 years old. Hector, what's up, man? He's 58 years old. You know what I mean? And keep it real. All things considered, Mike looked good for 58. I shouldn't say 4. Mike looked good at 58. He does. I know people who are 38 and don't look that good. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Mike for even like showing up and participating. And let's give him his flowers while he's here. I don't think anybody is mad that Mike got a bag. Give him his 10 mil, give him his 20 mil. Please, Mike, take it. What I really appreciated was that Mike said he didn't need the money. And I believe him. I've heard stories about I think it's his wife, and I don't know if it's his brother, somebody else that like manages his affairs. And they're pit bulls in the same way that Tyson is. Like they don't play. And Mike, when you talk about personal branding, the two people who have some of, if not the best, 180, who've 180'd their brand in the best way possible. Snoop Dogg, who I wish did commentary, and Mike Tyson. Straight up. Like, both of them went from being two of the most feared men in America to now they're America's sweethearts. They are beloved everywhere. Everybody loves Snoop. Everybody loves Mike. Which is why 160 million people watched it on Netflix. You know what I'm saying? So I have a video that I want to go live at some point and have a conversation about why it's necessary for people to grow old, right? Remember my verse? Black men deserve to grow old, right? Because we don't like so many people die at such a young okay, let me run that back. Men in general, but specifically black men, are dying at such young ages. We are not making it past 50. We just had Clark Kent pass away at 50 from colon cancer. I think about Tupac, who was 25 when he died. He was a baby. I think about Biggie, who died at 23. He was a baby. I think about King Von and XXX Tentacion and Juice World and Takeoff and all of these rappers and black men who die at young ages, even DMX and Black Rob and Dave of De La Soul, and who are even dying in their 50s. That's still wild young. So they're either not getting their flowers, or they're not getting the opportunity to experience what it's like to grow up. You know what I'm saying? When you're 20, you're 25, how you see the world is completely different than when you're at 50, which is why DMX was so jovial and just felt like a big teddy bear in his later years. Mike Tyson in the same way. But so many people don't get that chance to just like mature and experience what it's like when you realize, oh, you know what? That issue that I had with that person, or that thing that I thought was going to overtake my life, it's not that serious. And so I'm thrilled to see this new Mike Tyson, where he is very zen-like and peaceful and like very chill, a far cry from the stories that I've heard of Mike just throughout his life. I don't know if you guys have seen his monologue. I think it's on HBO Max. It's called Tyson. It's really good. You should watch it. Even the mini series on Hulu, that was cool. It was cool, but his monologue was fire. His monologue was fire. You should go check that out. So I'm grateful, and I'm okay with Mike doing whatever and getting a bag. I'm not okay, but I guess I am. I'm okay, but I'm not okay with Netflix's performance throughout the night.